Hey everyone, it's Agnach here. Welcome to another video. On today's video, I'm bringing you the recap of our round of 32 match in the UWL. After 5 weeks of group matches, playoffs have finally started. All 64 teams were divided into 4 groups and we were placed in Group C with teams just like Dark Tangent, Zombie Doom, Tongue Legend, 3-Star Academy, Crew 99 and also our opponents for this round, Baby Hama. In this video I will be showing the recap for that match, and the winner of this match moves on to round of 16. Hama started strong with the triple on Yoda. Hama Santa, he was coming in with the Lalo and using the Blizzard as well, using the Lava for tanking for the Blimp so that he can get to that compartment. Somehow the sweeper didn't push the Blimp back, and the Blimp ended up getting into the compartment that he wanted it to get and gets the Town Hall down. I think he also wanted to get that Scatter down and he doesn't end up getting it. The Lava from the CC comes out and the Wizards end up popping it. So now all the pups and a Headhunter are going towards the King. Puts the poison down, that's going to be killing those CC troops. Now the King starts hitting a wall since it's targeting the defending Roller Champ. Now he sends his own Roller Champ. The Queen ends up getting one of the ADs and now she helps killing the Roller Champ. His own Roller Champ goes inside, gets rid of one of the scatters, now uses the invisibility spell. He misdropped just by a tile, so he ends up making that scatter shot invisible. But the RC was so close to the scatter shot that now the scatter shot can't target the RC, and she ends up getting rid of it, and she ends up going inside the base and targeting the Eagle now. So really good value from his Sui heroes. The Eagle goes down, ends up getting rid of one of the sweepers. I think was trying to get rid of the other sweeper, and if he hadn't been for that tornado trap and the Queen, she would have gotten rid of it. So now the Queen is walking from 3 to 6 and he starts his Lalo from the top. I'm guessing due to that sweeper still standing, and he just starts moving around. Now the Queen is still there, uses his last Headhunter. The Headhunter is targeting the King, uses the warning ability as well. However, the King does go down to the Headhunter and the Ice Pups, so that Headhunter ends up going to the Queen. Queen ends up killing the Headhunter, so now she's still alive. She has half of her health. He does have a lot of loons, however there's a Tesla farm at the back end, and the Air Expo uses one of his freezes. He still has one invisibility spell. Our Queen is half health, so she ends up getting rid of some of the minions. However, now an army of minions and Ice Pups are going towards the Queen. Uses the invisibility spell for the last loons. They go there, get rid of the last defense, and now it is just clean up. So this was a really nice attack by Hama Santa, and this was the attack that started the war. So then Yoda ended up coming in and getting a triple of their own. So he's coming in with the hybrid and the usual hybrid with the 3 rages and 2 healers. Uses Sneaky Goblin and Yeti to funnel the Queen. He wants to charge the Town Hall with the Queen, and he starts going in a cannon, an Archer Tower and an X-Bow on the Queen, but he doesn't need to use a rage. And with the Hawk he ends up pulling the CC as well, uses the poison for the super minions and a freeze for the Headhunters. Now a rage as well, she's gonna be able to get rid of the Town Hall as well. The super minions are all dying now, puts the King and Siege Barracks around 5 o'clock just to create a bit of a funnel. Look at that super wall breaker for the Queen, ends up going all the way inside and breaks the center compartment, so she's now gonna be able to go inside and get rid of that entire area where the bomb tower, the scatter shot, single inferno, and he's got his hybrid already starting directly into the Eagle. Now the Queen is on the tornado trap, single inferno is still on her. He only has a rage left, now uses the ability so that the single doesn't kill her, and now the single inferno gets targeted by the Queen. The single goes down, and now she's going to be able to keep moving forward. One of the healers moves onto the hybrid, and the other healers end up staying with the Queen, which ends up killing the defending Queen, and she's going to be able to kill also the defending King soon. Now we've got the King and miners going on the outside, the RC and some of the Hogs end up getting rid of the last Inferno. And as you can see over there, he also ends up pre-swagging the heal spell. He was pretty confident that the rest of his army was gonna get rid of the rest of the base, so thankfully it did work out, and we were all happy about it. So then they came in against my base and got a 90% 2-star, so we defended. And then Dresser ended up coming here. His plan was to send the blimp for the town hall, then Queen from 3 down to 6, and send his main army around 5 o'clock. So he sends his lava for tanking, then he sends his blimp, and there were like a trillion black mines here because his blimp didn't make it. Now the good thing about it, they had a mass headhunter CC, so all his super wizards end up getting rid of the expos and the CC as well, which is good value for us. Obviously it's not as good value as getting the tank hole down, but that's alright. They also managed to get rid of the enemy RC, so over here we started thinking of a plan where we could adapt. So we ended up coming up with this, getting the queen walking up, putting the king and the witches at 12 just for funneling, and then we were gonna send the giants and the wizards in between with a jump for the town hall. So that's what we ended up doing, just adapting on the fly. So this was a 2-second plan, and here they come in. Uses a first rage, they go through, puts the jump down so that some of the giants do go inside the town hall. Uses the warden ability as well, just to make sure that not all of his troops die. Now only a few giants do go in. Uses the freeze for the town hall. Now for the royal champ, we were keeping her until the town hall went down. Once the town hall goes down, he can use her elsewhere. If not, then we would have used that royal champ there for the town hall. Now this plan was just to secure the 2-star. We just needed to get that 2-star and then just continue. However, this attack is so strong that it ended up tripling. So as you can see, giants, the queen and the royal champ just keep meeting at 9, and they just keep walking in an anti-clockwise formation. In the back end, we've got the scatter, the king and the eagle as well. However, the royal champ and the queen still have their ability. Uses the ability for the royal champ, ends up getting rid of the warden statue, damages the eagle as well, and the queen ends up killing it. And also the queen ends up killing the defending king. She still has her ability, so now it's just time, and he's going around the base, gets the wizard tower, gets the bomb tower. Now we've got the CC on one side and the scatter shot on the other. Ends up using the queen ability here to go through the wall a little bit faster, and all of the archers from the queen ends up targeting the clan castle, which was OP, as you will see soon. This attack ended up finishing around 2 minutes and 59 seconds, something like that. Like, it was very tight on time, but all those archers ended up getting rid of the clan castle, and Dresser got his triple. So now we're up 2-1. Jack ended up defending 97% as well, and then he ended up coming in with the triple himself. He's got also the hybrid here. He decides to come in with only 4 healers, so he uses a couple of yetis on either side to funnel his queen. Now the CC comes out against super minions, which are pretty bad for queen charges. Uses a couple of super wall breakers. He wanted them to target the wall for the town hall, but they end up targeting everything else apart from that wall. Now the queen ends up getting rid of the CC, and she walks in, so as strong with 4 healers as with 5. Obviously sometimes when you have the 5 healers, it's mainly just for backup, just in case one of them hits a black mine pretty quickly. Then you can use that 5th healer to become your 4th, and then your queen charge is still nice and strong. However, also you have the cockaloons that can stop that. Now she does end up walking towards the town hall, uses the freeze so that the town hall doesn't damage his healers, puts the king around 2 with the siege barracks at 3, and he's going to be sending his miners and cogs in between all the way down. They're going to be staying within the base. He has to use the queen ability, as she was getting quite a fair bit of damage. He still has a rage left, which he uses now just to top her back up. Now his hybrid is going all the way through, manages to find the tornado trap. The RC is getting rid of one of the scatters, and that's going to be keeping his main hybrid in the center of the base, going towards the multi-inferno. And he still has 1 heal and a freeze and now the hogs from the siege barracks are coming out, and this is looking extremely strong. Uses the heal for all the miners that are in the center of the base. The queen does end up going down, so now he's got a healer swap for his hybrid. Once that happens and more than half of the base is down and you still have quite a few troops in your hybrid, that usually means it's gonna be a triple. There's a Tesla farm at the back end, but he still has 1 million miners, quite a few hogs, the RC and her ability, and this was a nice triple by Jack. So now we are up 3 triples to 1, so we're looking pretty good. And then they ended up coming against CJ and getting an 88% 2-star, and then it was my turn to come in and using my super giant army. So I'm coming in with the blimp for the blizzard for the town hall. So I go in, they start targeting the town hall, they get rid of the tank hall and the CC nice and early. Use my final invisibility spell there for them. They're gonna be able to get rid of the AD and damage the expo as well as the wizard tower, and I start my queen walk at 9. Now I've been doing this quite a fair bit, where I put my queen walk once she starts getting some damage, then I put the warden in behind, that way the healers stay on my queen. Now I also had an ice golem to tank for that single inferno, the king and my witches at 6, just to funnel my giants and super wizards to go inside. Use my first rage and I put my jump in so that to make sure that all of my troops go inside into the center of the base. Once you put the giants and the super wizards in the center of the base is done. Like, there's no way of defending. I also used the warden ability, and since I didn't have to use the poison, I put the poison for the queen. Probably I could have saved it for the king, but it really didn't matter. Pretty much I just swagged that poison. The RC is just going around the base. I use the king ability just to make sure that all of that trash building at 3 o'clock is down, and my army continues walking into the defenses that they need to go. The RC is now getting rid of the final scatter shot. We still have quite a few barbs, super giants, super wizards. We've got a bit of everything. The queen ends up getting rid of the defending king, and yeah, this base was crashed by this army. As I said before, this army is so strong. I definitely think that you guys should use it. I've been using it in Legends, and it's also been very strong against ring bases. So finally, after my triple as well, they came in again and they got a 99% against Dresser. So now we're winning 4-1. CJ is coming in here, and if he triples we get a perfect war against Hama. So his hound that was tanking for his blimp ends up triggering the tornado trap, and he puts his blimp there, manages to get all the way to the tank hole, which is what he wants. He also wants to get rid of that scatter shot. However, the super wizard ends up running away, so he has to put his invisibility spell there, which ended up being on top of the scatter shot. However, they still managed to chain to that scatter shot, and that thing goes down. Now he uses the quake because he wants to use the RC trick for that single inferno. However, Tesla started popping up, so he has to use his RC ability. Now that she turns towards the lava hound, uses the lightning spell, the single goes down, and now the RC is stuck on the ice hound. The king puts it down with the wizard. He wants them to walk around the 9 o'clock area, and he also wants his RC to die so that the ice hound can start following the king, and that way the queen can follow the king by following the ice hound. He also has one super wall breaker which he sends here. However, it was perfect timing as the ice hound popped and it got frozen. However, it did manage to go all the way in, opens the compartment, and now his king and queen are going to be able to go into that compartment and get rid of that scatter shot. Uses the loon to get rid of that mortar just to make sure that his heroes do stay in that compartment. The king does go down, and queen is now on skellies, so he's going to be using his her ability pretty soon. Uses the ability, the scatter goes down, can get rid of a couple of builder huts, and then she's going to be able to get rid of the Grand Expo, and he starts with his lava. He's brought 2 ice hounds as well in this attack, and he's got 1 trillion loons flying around, and he can get rid of the eagle nice and early. His queen is still alive, and all the loons are pathing beautifully, getting rid of the multi-inferno. Now one of the Asians is still full health with the single inferno tanking, pops, and that freezes the AD as well as the Wiz tower. Now there's not many defenses left apart from the ones at 6 o'clock and the defending royal champ. He does have one headhunter left as well and 2 freezes, so this is looking crushed. There's a bit of cleanup all over the place. So now that the royal champ is targeting the loons, uses the freeze and sends the headhunter. Now some of the loons end up going for the Tesla, a few loons end up going for the Archer tower, some ice hounds come around as well. The royal champ didn't end up dying, but now that all the defenses are down, the loons go towards her, and I just clean up and a race against the clock. It's getting to 98%, 99%, and now one more building, and oh, he got a 99% 2-star. Very unlucky. Beautiful hit, so close to the perfect war. Still a great hit by CJ. We ended up winning 14-11 with a 99.8% destruction. Hama were unlucky as well, as they had a 94.8% destruction but only 1 triple. They did have quite a few high 2-stars. So GG to them. Now we move to the round of 16, where we will face the winner of 3-Star Academy and Crew 99. So if you liked the video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.